I would like to welcome to the program our first human shield of the afternoon, Jennifer Leslie of Smart Girl Politics. Jennifer, how you doing?
I have never been called that before. Thank you.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I don't really consider you to be a human shield, but I guess the Atlantic would. We're not allowed. I guess I'm not allowed to bring women on the program to talk about their opinions and their thoughts on firearms. And you, as a woman, are apparently not bright enough to come up with opinions or ideas on your own. If you are a woman who is pro-gun, why goodness, you must have been co-opted somehow by the gun lobby.
Absolutely. I tell you what, there's no voice for us out here who want to protect ourselves and protect our families. No, we're just gun nuts and freaks, and obviously not smart enough to do this without the NRA telling us what to do, which is just appalling. And I don't know, where are the feminists? Why aren't they appalled by this line of reasoning or lack of reasoning?
Yeah, good question. Good question. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, you're not waiting. You guys, girls, excuse me, at Smart Girl Politics, you have actually come up with a petition in opposition to Senator Feinstein's bill.
We have. It seems like everybody has a special interest, and unless you're willing to go out there and make some noise, nobody listens to you. And there's so many of us in this country, whether or not we choose to carry, whether or not we choose to have a firearm in our home, certainly are appalled by the massive overreach to try to limit it. And it's just people who are traditionally not political are going, whoa, wait a minute, this is not what we're supposed to do. And everybody understands that as tragic as these situations are, they're not happening because of gun owners like myself or my neighbors or your neighbors. It's happening for a variety of reasons that should have been stopped, that people that should not have had guns who had access to them for a variety of reasons that have nothing to do with us. And so it is really, we're not going to sit back and wonder what the government's going to do. We're going to make our voices heard, and we are the regular people and the regular women that you see at the grocery store, that you see in the schools, we're the teachers, we're the moms, we're everybody, and we don't appreciate this attempt to. I know she says she won't take our guns, but this attempt to restrict, even my kids are learning to shoot, and they shouldn't have guns when they grow up because Dianne Feinstein and her armed guards don't think so.
Well, yeah, and she does say, while you're right, she says that we're not going to take anybody's guns. Jennifer, you would not be able to pass your quote-unquote assault weapon onto your kids. You would not be able to leave them your AR to your kids when you pass on, hopefully, 50 or 60 years from now, because Senator Feinstein says that the idea is to dry up the supply of these guns. So while she's trying to make it very clear that Jennifer, we're just going to say you can't buy any more of them. These are firearms that, again, were introduced to the civilian market beginning in 1964. And Senator Feinstein says no more. You're not going to be able to pass these guns on to your kids. You're not going to be able to take them to the range when they're adults and teach them how to be responsible gun owners, because the idea, as she says, again, is to, quote, dry up the supply.
Well, and our big thing is, in addition to just how appalling the whole thing is, Senator Feinstein is a huge proponent of choice. But as mothers and as women, if we choose to have these guns, or if I choose to buy one a year from now, or 2 years from now, or buy one for my adult children, or what have you, or pass them along, that is my choice. And we are really not. We're really sick and tired of the government trying to come between us and our families and our individual rights on every single issue except for abortion. We can choose. We can't choose on anything. The choice only comes into the abortion issue. Well, if you're for choice, you're for choice, and we choose, or we choose to have the option to have firearms in our home, to carry firearms, to teach our kids to use them, and to pass them on. And that's not up to Senator Feinstein. We are not the problems. We are not the ones causing the violence. And obviously, I'm sure this has come up a million times, but obviously, if gun-free zones were the issue, then Chicago and D.C. would be the safest place in the world. So
there you go. Jennifer, folks can find the petition at sgpaction.com. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, sir, they sure can, and find out more about our group and our limited government policies that we promote, and how we also look into promoting limited regulation so that we can make our own decisions to have our own personal freedom, be it economic freedom, be it freedom to protect our families and our children. And this is just any number of issues that we look out, and we are the quiet minority, but we're getting stronger and louder.
Well, listen, Jennifer, next time I'd love to have you in studio so I could actually cower behind you as a human shield, okay?
Okay, you could be my human shield. That'd be fantastic.
Hey, Jennifer, thanks for your time this afternoon. Jennifer Leslie with the Smart Girl Politics National Field Director joining us here on the program.